Well, hey out there, fellow gardeners, it's Kathy, the neighborhood gardener and beekeeper. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I am enjoying making these videos, and I just want you to know I really appreciate you watching these. When I first started doing this channel, it was just to kind of keep in touch with friends, because since I'm not working anymore, I'm retired. I don't really get to see a lot of my gardening friends out there that I used to work with. So that's kind of how this channel started, to just share gardening information. So what I wanted to just say something really quick about this is I've been gardening for 20 years or so, and I just thought that was just my passion, and it still is. I love gardening, but one of the things that I never thought I would be doing would be the beekeeping. How that all kind of transpired, it was just amazing. It was just started with another friend encouraging me to learn more about the bees and try to get some bees into my yard. And I never thought it would turn into this, where I actually can stand here today and say, I'm a beekeeper. I love it. It is one of the most interesting, fascinating hobbies. So I'm hoping that this channel is encouraging you in some way, that you might want to get started in beekeeping as well. And if not, just learn about it. It's just been a blessing for me. So anyway, thank you to my friend out there who inspired me for this. So I'm hoping that I'm paying this forward and inspiring somebody else out there. So it is in December and in Central Florida, and we're getting cool weather, so I'm just kind of missing being in my hives right now. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to get in there because of the cooler weather, but there's still tasks that have to be done. So that's what I'm going to take you along with me today and show you another one of those tasks. So let me go get some old clothes on, because it's kind of a messy chore, but it's something that's going to just help keep my hive strong. So come on, let's head out into the garage and get that started. Come on. Okay, so what I am doing today, I am in my garage and I have a skillet, and I have put some beeswax in here. This is starting to really melt. This was a 2-pound block of beeswax. This is how it comes. This is 1 pound of beeswax. And so what I'm doing is I just bought this skillet at Walmart. It's like 20 bucks or something like that. It wasn't expensive. And I'll just keep this for my wax skillet. So what I'm doing, I'm melting the wax in here. I'm keeping it 150 degrees, seems to be melting this wax very nicely and slow. And what I'm going to do is take my frames. They're plastic frames, and they have a pre-coating of wax, but they don't put that much wax on them. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add a little extra wax, so that way my little bee girls don't have to work so hard. So I got a paintbrush at the dollar store, and try to save money where you can. And then all I'm going to do, this is my deep frame for my brood box. It's got a black background, and let me let you see the cells in there. Those are all the little hexagon cells that the bees are going to draw their wax comb out on. There is a slight wax coating on there already, and I'm just going to give a little extra for my girls. So all you do, you just want to take and just coat the tops of the cells. I'm not really looking to get the wax inside the cells. If I do get some in there, the bees will clean that out and they'll use it, because this is actual beeswax. So anything that's going to help them out, they'll appreciate. So you can kind of see how there's an little extra wax on there for them. And I'm going to do both sides. And then I've also got some frames from the medium supers, and I'll show you those. I'm going to just paint my frames up here, so that way when I need them, they're ready to go. I'll just keep these in my storage. Okay, so I think this gives you a little bit better lighting here of what I'm doing. This is the bottom half of the frame. You can see where I have actually added extra wax just to the tops of those little hexagon cells. This part here, the top of this frame, that's pretty much the way it comes. It's plastic and it's got just a little bit of wax coating on it, not much. So you can see the difference, how this is going to help the bees to have a little bit of a head start when they're building their wax, because it does take a lot for them to do that. So I think that gives you a little bit better picture of what I'm doing here today. And one thing that I've learned is I have got bees coming in my garage right now. I guess they're smelling the beeswax. Anyway, there's a few buzzing around here, but nothing too bad. That's all right, I'll share my garage with them. So let me show you how that's looking. You can kind of see, if I turn it the angle, you can kind of see that's just gonna help them out a little bit. So let me show you a medium frame. Okay, so this is a medium-sized frame. This is a smaller frame. The larger one, the black one that I just did, that's part of the brood box, the deep box. How I am gonna paint this the same way. It's a little harder to see with this yellow background. So I'm just gonna give it a few coatings like that. Make sure I'm not filling up all the cells in there. Just a little so I can help them out. These bees, I'm amazed at how they're just coming in. There must be 6 or 7 bees buzzing around me right now. They're behind me, they're in front of me. I don't know if you can see them over there. Anyway, I guess they're kind of thinking, that's beeswax, we smell beeswax. Don't go in the wax, girls. All right, anyway, I guess this is a newbie mistake. Maybe I should have shut my garage door. Don't go in there, get away from the heat, girls. All right, well, listen, stop. Can you see her all around me? Just let me do this. Maybe what I may have to do, if I see too many other bees coming in here, I may just have to stop, make sure they get out, close up my wax. Because this is actual beeswax that bees have made. I bought this up at D&J's apiary, and obviously these girls know what's in here. I wonder if they think maybe we made that wax. Whew, there's quite a few buzzing around. All right, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do, because there are a little too many bees coming in here now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this off for now. I'm gonna do that because I don't want any of these girls to get stuck in there. That would be a horrible death. And I think I'm just gonna let these girls calm down a little bit, and I'll shut my garage door when I do the next set. Anyway, so that's it for putting extra wax on your frames. And I hope you learned a little something from that. And I learned, close the garage door before you do this so you don't attract more bees. Lesson learned. Thanks for watching. Okay, we had a casualty. This is what happens when you don't listen to me. This is Karen. She got too close to the wax. I warned her. I told her, stay away. But no, she was too curious. Rest in peace, Karen. I'm sorry.